This call is
Yeah, guys, we got people from all over the nation calling in Indiana, Virginia, Florida, Georgia. Hey, who else? Texas, all being represented here this morning on the Diamond Factory, and California, Maryland. Hey, we are here representing. Thank you for joining us. My name is Phyllis Nash. I'm one of your four co-founders here at Akana. Real excited to be before you at the Diamond Factory. Can't believe it's Friday. We're halfway through this month. I hope you guys are pumping that CV. But I wanted to get together for a short call because each speaker this week reminded me of things. And I always speak from my stories, like Dr. Ross said. You know, sometimes we wake up and get on these calls and it gets here so fast, guys. A lot of times we don't have a prepared um, something to share with you. I mean, right within 1 to 2 minutes of coming on the line. I'm serious. I know Dr. Ross can relate with me. I know any speaker that does something on a consistent basis. Sometimes you just don't have a preparation, and what you can do is reach from your life. That's certainly what Coach Dan did on Wednesday morning. That was an experience that he was absolutely going through, at the Home Depot, ready for his order. And, everybody is waiting on him. Time is the essence and currency of anybody's life, but especially in the construction business where, hey, if you hold the plumber up, he leaves, and then the electrician can't do what he's supposed to do, and the carpenter can't complete his, and city inspectors are on their way. And hey, and the person that you getting ready to pay all this money out don't have your order ready so you can complete and meet every demand. Oh, when he was talking, it just brought such memories back because the industry that I was in before coming into MLM full time in 2010 was real estate. It was real estate development. So I would be at those, Home Depot used to be open 24 hours. And I would be at that store sometimes 5 o'clock in the morning just so my employees could get to work at 7. Now, here's a woman in a male dominated industry where, yes, I had to tell males what to do. And, a lot of times, males, no offense, I just know this is my experience. You just don't want to listen or take, instructions from a female. You're all ready to tell them, oh, this is how it's done. But if a man was to do the same thing, it would not be like that at all. And I'm just saying that to say that while he was talking, I went back, and I don't say I had a nightmare in that industry. I didn't. That industry was very, 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 very good to me. But when I look back over all the things that I had to do, all the funds I had to come up with, all the things that were totally out of my control, yet I had to pay if I wasn't on time. Yet I had to pay if I didn't deliver that buyer's home to them on the said day that we agreed upon. And it was from no fault of my own, but being in the business and being the one that contracted and did that, it was on me. And then again, when he was dealing with staff, hey, I would go to Home Depot and find things they didn't know they had either, tell them how to move it so we could get the most bang for our time. So it really, really, really brought back memories. And then I went to think about what really attracted me, to the industry of MLM. Because it's just a little different industry. Yes, you're still going to do your own business. Yes, you don't have as much control as you would like in your own business, but sometimes that's not so hard to give up. But when I look on the upside of MLM, and I just want to, share a few pointers with you guys today, because I don't know if you decided to go in and build your own business, when you really look at the upsides and the pros of when you are joining the MLM. First of all, one of the most number one things is the low startup cost. Most people can get into this industry. It's an affordable industry. Typically, MLMs have lower initial investment requirements. So trust me, I know firsthand in the industries that I was operating in before MLM filled time, I had to come up with way more money than I've ever dreamed of. Wonder how I did it, but by the grace of God, it was done. But in MLM, you don't have that. You have minimal overhead. Many MLMs do not even require the same overhead costs, such as rent, utilities, or extensive inventory, guys. Then think about it. Number two is you want an established product line. We came out with CBD, which was hot back in 2019 because of the passing of the laws about cannabis, still haven't clearly passed all the obstacles in that, but it was something new. It allowed us to develop the products. That pain cream was not just something we got from a supplier, but something that was thoroughly developed in Wakanda. So then you get brand recognition. You benefit from the existing brand recognition. So if you're getting started in a business and you've never been in business before, hey, Wakanda is an established name. You can see it out there on social media. You can see it out there, and you didn't have to pay for that. That is something you walked into because you had you're with an MLM. And then your training and support. Our company provides training. I don't think, there are things on the app that you could actually take. If nobody helped you and you got into that app, you could really go out there and build you an income using the app, not in addition to the other trainings. And then the flexibility that you have to work. I have an appointment this morning. I had some things on my schedule, but I was able to move them around because I was able to take that appointment, which came up kind of last minute, but it's something important that I had to do. So I had the flexibility of changing that. I didn't have to call anybody to ask, could I change my day around? I was just able to do that on my own. And setting your own hours is so important. And I'll tell you guys, in my other endeavors, and even in MLM, I'll just be giving it all. I be giving it all. But I am on a path right now of practicing life, business, balance. Because there's so much more to enjoy in life than just work. And so the thing about MLM, you can kind of incorporate your work in your business. You can get prospects while you're out having a good time sharing with your family. And you don't have to spend a whole lot of time. Just exchange, just get information, tuck it away. Say to the person, if it's a brand new person that you're meeting, hey, I'm going to get back with you by tomorrow with some information. Just so glad to get your information so I can share what we're doing. And then this is one of the biggest things, residual income. See, when I was in the real estate development, construction, hey, if I wasn't out there doing it, if Lewis and I left and went on vacation, we were hoping that GC was carrying out everything, that the project manager was doing what they had, but there was still that over-nagging, naggy feeling like what's really going on back there. Well, here, you can duplicate yourself. It might take you a few years, but you get you some good people. You teach them the system. You teach them how to work the business. You teach them how to use the tools that your company has provided. And then you can actually duplicate yourself. So when you go on vacation, you got somebody working in Georgia. You got somebody doing an event in New York. You got somebody here holding it down in Illinois. Because that's what you create when you create leverage. And what does leverage create? One of the all-time best possible things in this industry, which is residual income. That means earning on what you built on your downline, helping them getting what they want, and in return, you getting a percentage of the sales generated, so you also win. It's a win-win-win-win. And passive income potential. Over time, you're going to know that, hey, if I'm going out and hitting 500 to 1,000 CB on my website, then my team is doing the same thing. Now, that's not you doing anything. You poured into that team. You've taught systems. You taught tools. You've gained training. You've given support. Now they doing the same thing you're doing. That's passive now. You didn't have to go to Dr. Betty and say, hey, Dr. Betty, you having that event at Nadine's house? Hey, it's done. She didn't call you, you didn't call her. She's just a given because you spent the time. So that's now bringing you leverage income. That's bringing you residual income. That's bringing you passive income. And so it's nothing like building a business where you getting reaping the benefits of passive income and residuals. Then personal development. Guys, you can't tell me that you haven't followed us on this call alone each and every morning and have not been developed personally, have not stepped out of your box. And as Margaret says, MLM is just a business with a compensation plan attached to it, a personal development plan with a compensation attached to it. So you make money while you are being personally developed. It doesn't get any better than that. You know, you have network opportunities. You have things that you might have come in saying, hey, I'm not going to ever join this thing. I just came from this information. I just came for this bioscan. I just came to find out what my blood test was. I just came because I can't sleep at night and they say they got some awesome gummies. But then you sit there and you listen to a presentation and you try the products and they work. And then you tell somebody. And that works for them too, because they want it, because they're in pain, and it works for them. And then you make the decision to start. You go from one step to the next step into the next step. It's not pushed. It's not, hey, you gotta join tonight. No, you can go at your own pace. But then you end up being a distributor, and then boom, you in the front of the room doing a presentation. Now, how many of you with the sound of my voice have experienced just that? Hey, came into some, never thought you'd be in front of the room speaking, doing presentations, doing testimonies, and then the incentives. Hey, you all in an incentive right now. I don't know an MLM that does not give a couple of trips a year, guys. These are write-offs, because guess what? As you're on your trip and you're talking and you're having fun with the team at the dinner table, on the beach, on the yacht that you're going to be on, you got other people on there. They're not within your group. So you might share some information. You might hook up with them and get their information. You might give them a brochure. You might ask them if you could follow up with them with some videos. And guess what? Some of that trip becomes a write-off, or you intentionally schedule a short meeting every day of the trip. Doesn't have to be 20 minutes, but you did a meeting. You did business. You can make that wonderful vacation now a paycation. What other industry do you know that you can have all of this? And then low risk of failure. You got support team all around you. You got a proven business model, even if it takes you a couple of years to say, hey, that system that they tried to start me off on 3 years ago, it really works. So now 3 years later, I'm deciding to follow the system. Hey, again, you going at your own pace. And then it's part-time opportunities, supplemental income. Hey, you might be working a job. You might be doing this, and so that you can go out there and buy that brand new car. That car might be $500. Hey, the insurance might be another 100 or whatever it is. And then the gas. You might say that car with expenses, with insurance, with gas is going to cost me about $700 to $800 a month. Guess what? My new part-time business, I'm going to make it my goal to make sure I pay for all my cars, brand new cars expenses, right by earning $800 extra a month in my part-time business. Hey, what does it get better? Now, if you want to do more, fine, go for it. If you want to do less, go for it. But you are still riding around in that car with all expenses paid, not with your main income, but with your part-time business. How great does that feel? So, guys, I just wanted to share the pros of owning and being part of a MLM, a thriving industry. That's why people get so excited, because sometimes we don't even know what we have until we take time to really realize. And I didn't even talk about the tax benefits overall, but this is a phenomenal industry to be a part of. I just hope you know what you got right in front of you, where you can change your life, the projection of where you're going and what you want to be. So with that being said, guys, we got a few things going on this weekend. I know the grand opening of the EE system will be happening on Saturday. The posts are out. I don't want to quote the time. I really think it's 3 to 6, but I'm not for sure. But the flyer is out there. We also have the Healing Hair Day on Monday, guys. That's from 1 to 3. Make sure you share the flyer. Make sure you get out guests, barbers, hairstylists. Get them out there to hear this phenomenal information. And then I want to ask Dr. Roz what's going on in her area, what's happening tomorrow.
Thank you, Phyllis. And tomorrow at 10 a.m., yes, we will be virtual. So for those that are not in the Chicagoland area or not flying in for the grand opening, definitely you want to be on at 10 a.m. Central Time. And then directly after that, we will have a deep dive training, a short one, just to share some other things that we had some questions about Klarna. We're going to talk about that and a few other things. So meet us there.
And also tomorrow night, our own Gerald West is chilling in the lounge, guys. The ghost shot. You know, if you don't know about those ghost shots, you better go online and get a ticket. I'm assuming, yeah, you out there, you
Hey, my fellas, I am. Hey, great day to all you lifestylers out there. If you are in the Chicagoland area, I am having a chill and lounge in the Weed Cafe tonight from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. A hard stop at 8 p.m. So if anyone wants to get on with the Friday evening festivities, they will already be elevated enough to really, really have a fantastic Friday evening. So send your prospects, anyone in the Chicagoland area. Come on down. I will be showing off the infamous ghost shot. There will be light refreshments. They will be infused as well. So there will be major elevation going on at 411. Come on down, my fellas. Thanks so much for the time.
You got it. And then we're going to go to Crystal. I heard you out there, girl. What's happening?
Yes, I'm here. Thank you, Phyllis. So everybody in Chicago, we will be at the dispensary tomorrow morning for our self-care Saturday elevation experience. We'll be asking the coaches to get there at 10. We'll be starting promptly at 10:30 a.m. and we'll be done by 12:30. I will also have my vegan cheesecakes there. So if anybody wants some, you know where we'll be. Thanks, Phyllis.
Awesome, guys. And I forgot, I am out in Deerfield. I know that's a haul, that's a stretch. There's a lot going on. We'll be there at a conference. If you're interested in having somebody coming out and hear the information, if you just happen to know somebody in the Deerfield area, just hit me up and we can make that happen also. Okay, so with that being said, guys, go out and have an Akana kind of day. You see all the great things that are going on in Akana. Bye now. Go out and push. Leaders, I'll see you on the leadership call.